against this comp, and I just want to say one thing, and the Des was touching on Leaf quite a bit.
Yeah.
He is extremely comfortable from what I've seen in scrims on this Yoru pick.
Okay.
He was absolutely rolling the teams that I was playing for. And honestly, this Harbor, they set up so many weird things in A main. You're gonna see a lot of walls coming out from him, and pop flashes through from the likes of Leaf. So you're not gonna see it this round because Leaf is rocking the Deagle, but look for that in the future.
MIBR on the attack side. Starting to see some of the Harbor utility already, sectioning off the middle of the map.
Fast B hit.
They want to go B. They still have all these trips.
Oh.
The knife hit one, but it didn't hit the Cypher, so the trips are still a problem.
Wait,
Trent gets the best of our team. They know he's there. JZZ's on the swing to punish.
a lot of damage done though. JCZ sitting on 26 HP. Mazin, 60. Getting close to one-shot Deagle range. Just to the body, and here we go, Leaf.
Leaf is on the prowl.
It's a late flank, but look at FRZ, he's so aware.
Are they expecting him?
Oh my
Seems
gosh,
like
he's
they
so
are.
aware. This is crazy.
Leaf just sent away into the wind.
What? And that was the win con.
Well, they still have some of this Harbor utility to go with, but the spike has been ticking for a long time. The Cove is gonna suck to get through because they only have classics. They only have pistols.
They're sticking it.
It takes forever. He's gotten it to half. And now they can draw a line in the sand and try to hold them back.
Oh my gosh.
One enemy remaining.
No freaking way.
This is so unreal.
It's just the pistol.
And this map is already being set up just like the last one.
No charges left.
So close. Both teams so evenly matched, it seems.
I think a couple things that I want to keep an eye on as the rest of the half plays out is you saw they were trying to find Ned with that knife, but he was playing mid so that he doesn't get tagged with it, so his utilities sell up. I wonder if we're going to start to see some of the changes in where the knife placements goes to try to catch him. Because if you want to hit B, you have to get that stuff down.
Yeah, they do have the Sova to shock dart the trips, which is good.
Yeah.
But you're 100% correct. Just knifing him and not having to use any util is great.
Oh my gosh. It's not going to work out, but that was a really cool idea.
And that's what I was talking about. Those re-clears with the wall towards A. Yeah, they didn't have like really the best investment to be making that type of play now, but already conditioning these things early on. So the next time they're able to set it up, they're not actually there. And maybe Yoru's has a TP on B where he flashes A, TP's back to B. You're going to see a lot of movement of those legs.
And I'm hoping we get to see that hit one more time, because there was a dart, there was a Harbor wall to block off any other help, there was a flash out of a smoke. It's very drilled, and again, that's some of the stuff you were talking about. He's comfortable in that role. They have really cool ideas.
Yeah. And what they like to play around with the most of G2, like they love playing with those timings of when they're going to do that.
Yeah.
Sometimes they show it and they're not throwing a flash this time. Different types of utility, but still showing aggression on that side of the map.
Keep them guessing a little bit. You got an outlaw in the hands of RGL.
It's actually a huge buy going into this round, especially because G2 have 3 people on light armor. If he picks the right spots, as I said in the last map, it could end up being very devastating for G2. And I really want to see way more aggressive play when you have this type of gun. Allow that gun to create the space for your team. Because even if you go up against somebody that has full armor, 140 is a lot of damage, especially when you have somebody behind you to get the trade.
Yeah.
I feel like people aren't using this outlaw to its full potential. Oh, interesting dash.
Once again, feeling some pressure. He's lit up. They know he's there, but you can't really challenge. Dude, how have they kept him back? They've kept him alive.
Okay, FRZ's timing here. Wait.
Trent is still alive. Net falls. Our team finding a ton of value with that Guardian. The heavy pen causing problems.
Spike planted.
Now Valen left on the other side of this trip. Has dropped one. But this is a really big start for MIBR if they can convert this bonus.
Leaf again on the flank. No trip to deal with this time.
And nobody watching window either. So he's going to get a lot of space.
They're also aware. They're not peeking window. They're making sure they're playing a post plant that is not in window. And I think the best thing you can do here if you're G2 is just either save or maybe try to do damage. But
even then, even if they do just play for exits, they've got plenty of money.
And how does JZZ already have a Sova ult?
Round 3. Yeah. Yeah,
Like,
that's
this
wild.
guy can play every single character at a high level.
One
That's so rare to find in a player.
Leaf is the only one who's going to keep a weapon.
And again, a very strong start from MIBR. If anything goes as it previously has been going, you're going to see a pause maybe in the next round from Josh if they don't get a thrifty here. And something so smart that I saw MIBR do in this round was getting the first blood on that kill onto the site and just freezing, not overextending, giving Trent any 1v1s, just playing together, really.
Same wall to section off the middle of the map, and then the flash and the swing.
That's a clone. Or is it? Nah, it is.
You got to find out, right?
Yeah.
And so because of how the beginning of this round is played out, G2 have a lot of control across the middle of the map.
And what's so cool about that harbor wall that they throw is that, yeah, they can be pushed up mid, they can be pushed up halls, you know. So you have to worry about all these factors, and it sets you up for these mid-round lurks. I think Leaf is going to dodge this drone. That causes FRZ to have to use a body to clear it. But Leaf taking the best timing possible, gets the kill on FRZ. That's a big first blood into what could be a thrifty.
We've had our fair share.
Look at Halls, look at Halls. Oh my gosh.
He only has a ghost.
And that's all because of the kill on FRZ.
Yeah.
Jonah P understands the gap.
He's
no
gonna,
trips up.
He's going to hit a timing.
Oh my gosh. He has to go huge here.
Spike planted.
He has to go absolutely huge.
The other thing is Ned is also on the flank. Even if you clear Jonah P, you're not expecting the second. Leaf with 3 on the round. And now you know there's pressure coming in from main. They're going to thrifty this thing. 3 pistols still up.
No way.
They have to tuck and they have to try to find space further into the site. Mazine left alone. A 4K for Leaf. Net gets the last. A thrifty, of course.
And I was saying it, Doug. Leaf is very comfortable on Yoru on this map.
Thrifty.
You're gonna see him. Honestly, this map was a playground for him on Jet. So when you put the Yoru in, there's even more things that you can do. More feints with where you're playing. Re-aggression. Use the clone. And that was a solo mission that he went on.
Anyone else?
Nothing really set him up in that round. He just took all that space in the mid round.
Here.
Oh, wow.
That was a 6 shot.
I was really confused on what they were trying to show us at first.
That was
I'm not going to lie.
Thread the needle on him.
But the thrifties continue.
And Jonah P with the op. And this is something else I didn't want to leak for everybody yet, but...
Oh, hang on. I hope this is a timeout. Nope, it's not. Tech pause. All good, though, guys. I'm being told it's an audio issue, so hopefully we're back into the action very soon. We'll keep you all posted. But yeah, you saw it prior to this minor delay. Haha.
Oh.
I'm told we're going back in. It really was a minor delay.
Yeah.
There is an op online for Jonah P.
And I want to point out as well, he can hit shots.
Yes.
Man, like, there was a scrim where this guy had like 20, 30 easy on me, and I was like, bro, he's not even an op, bro. What's going on? Like, he's not even duelist, bro. Like, this guy's opping on Sova, destroying me.
We don't normally get to see him wield that weapon. We'll see what value he can find with it.
Yep. Valen already has Harbor ult. Very good on the retake. This is what I was talking about. Already conditioning at Harbor. Cascade onto A main.
That's interesting, too, because the first time we saw it, it was much deeper. Oftentimes, you have it go further up, but they leave a pocket on the right side.
Yeah, it's all deliberate. Trying to set up Leaf for an easy kill. FRZ. Who else would you want to have this Vandal right now?
Yeah, that's fair. The tip of the spear for MIBR.
It's good ults online for both squads, but no one has bomb right now, so we're still trying to decide where they want to end.
Yeah, it's actually really far away, too.
I think Artson picked up that he TP'd back towards stairs. And Leaf still has his ult online, gets the info again.
So much value. That's so much info.
That is a lot of info. And they already have 3 here, so they don't really need to lane. You know, you don't want to over-rotate. And that should secure what G2 thought was going to be an A hit. But
Ult invested.
they decide to go back.
30 seconds left.
JCC's left.
That is so smart from MIBR.
Is the knife up? It is up. It doesn't matter. Net's down anyway.
That's got to be a blunder, dog.
Yeah, Trent's filling in behind it, but the flank gets flanked. And now Trent up close. I don't think they know where he is.
Oh!
10 seconds left as the
way.
spike hits the
Another one?
ground.
Damn.
Is he gonna have enough time to reach? No, he's not. Jonah P with the op. I don't think there's gonna be enough time. The round is done.
Leaf wins the round right here. Oh, it's already done. Leaf doesn't even need to do anything, but he had that secured.
Yeah.
Had Artson try to plant and gets the kill. And what did I say? Jonah P, crucial kill.
I mean, he secured the round with that op shot. Time was so tight.
And now MIBR, they have to think, where's the Sova gonna be opping? Or maybe do we give it back to Leaf, right? We can cycle it now.
Yeah, it becomes a guessing game.
Yoru op is great on this map because of the ability to reposition.
And it goes right into his hands, as you were mentioning.
Look at the mind games. G2 setting things up for future rounds. Conditioning. Look, that wall out again. Now an up behind it. And if JCZ does anything bad here, he's going to get opt. He's going to be taken out.
And he calls the bluff and peeks ahead of the cascade.
Interesting positioning here from Net, huh? Full util on B with Viper playing off of it. And Sova. And he's solo hauls.
I think he's so far away.
I don't know if he's actually on cam either.
I'm not sure
There's
either.
no way he is because he has to hold this down.
I think he's so far away because Mazina's ult.
Yeah.
So if it's a B hit, the knife becomes less of an issue. It becomes more a problem with the ult, and there it is. It's used.
That was a very nice kill. That causes Sova ult to be invested. They have a chance into this round.
Oh, he's creeping behind him. There's no way he'd expect him there. So the op hits the ground. Mazine back sight. He just, it was a game of chicken.
Man, I love how confident Artson is. Oh, that's a huge kill. Hold up.
JCC's on a flank. He might get a timing across mid. First dart cleared, Artson falls. But again, JZZ is the one you have to keep an eye on here. Trent falling. RGL holding the line, instantly traded back.
Net looks like he's aware, though.
There's the timing. He's got to go fast now. Oh, but he gets knifed out to try to get a jump ahead of it. Pays for it with his life. Mazine on the swing will not convert.
Uh-oh.
We're tied again.
And that was a clean retake from G2. And it honestly, when you're in those positions, especially against MIBR, who are post-plant fanatics, right? Like, they usually play the post-plants to a T. Winning like that that's got to give you confidence going into these future rounds. I mean, a 5v3.
Everyone hiding.
That's a rough round to be losing.
Yep.
Yeah, see?
And you can see it on
perfect
Bazooka's
reaction.
face.
Yeah, that's tough. Don't want to lose like that when you're up two players.
Op still in the hands of Leaf.
Look at that wall.
Artson using Blade. Yeah, that wall.
All right, they're
Looks
cooking with that
miserable.
one, huh? Paul's and a main aggro. Just fainting it, though. Oh,
Is Leaf in a position? He's got a gate crash to
And
keep
this-
it away.
yeah, that in this spot, it's so hard to clear.
You have to get so far up, you're right.
Yeah.
But TP's away for now.
I don't think he needed to do that. I think he could have just stayed in his spot, threw another one down. Look at this trip so high, trying to get the read on the updraft because of knives. Trying to be 2 steps ahead.
Uh-huh.
And honestly, it's thinking like that wins you games.
They're going to rotate back towards A, and the harbor utility has already been refreshed.
I think FRZ right now is hearing both these players, or at least one, knows that the harbor threw the wall from stairs. So this should be an indicator that maybe site is free.
Trying to be with the dart. As soon as the wall goes down, you see the cove to cover. Because as soon as the hit starts, the door is open. A knife tagging a few. And MIBR have gotten out onto the site. RGL committing to the plant.
Spike planted.
And FRG just needs to live for as long as he can here and just be a menace.
As the cove dissipates, you mentioned wanting
There
to
it
be a
is.
menace. They know where he is.
They're
And you
flushing him
can't
out.
ignore him, yeah. Because, well, I mean, while that's happening, the spike ticks away. Net's finding value on the other side, though. Jonah P investing the ult.
Huge kill.
And Artson drops him. Sucker punches him from the other side. The blade's found, not able to convert on anything else, though.
No mollies, though.
And they're so weak. 12 HP amongst the two of them.
I mean, look at this Harbor.
They have to go aggressive.
Uh-oh.
Val's holding it. Is he going to be able to take it all the way? Yes! The Red Bull clutch from the leader and the kill.
And this is why G2 chooses to pick Harbor on Breeze. So many different walls you have to run through to see if they're even on the bomb.
Dude, a good Harbor can be so suffocating and oppressive.
He used 3 walls that round. One pre-round that was crazy that blocked off halls and deep A main. The second one was to delay any type of hit, and then the third was for the retake. I mean, that's max value right there.
Timeout called from MIBR. Another close affair in this third map.
So good from G2 to clear out FRZ and Halls. Trent, knowing that he can walk up safely because Leaf is there posted with the op. And while that's all happening, Jonah P ulted and actually got a collat hit. Didn't get kills with it, but
he
ulted
tagged
for
both.
net.
Yeah.
And that allowed net to get free kills with Valon's utility. So many things going on at once on that retake. It's honestly hard to put, to paint the picture for everybody, but it was beautiful. So many different protocols that they just did.
G2 hanging on to a 1-round lead. On the other side of this timeout, we'll see what differences there are for MIBR.
Here.
Jonah P is the op again. Dude, they're playing the shell game.
Yep.
You're just trying to guess where the op is and who has it. And they're doing such a good job, G2 are, of changing that every time.
Yeah, they're masking where the op is a lot of these rounds. Masking who even has the op. And I wonder now if Leaf is gonna show somewhere deliberately, maybe get hit by a KO knife.
Well, he's dead now. Great opener from Artzine. See the same harbor wall towards Halls.
And you know what? Had anybody been a little bit closer to be main there, they could have called out for Leaf. Hey, like I heard movement. They're already in elbow. But just not hearing the audio cues allows them to be unaware. Now they know that the op isn't in his hands, so I would try to confiscate that Vandal, give it to my teammate if I could. That's a fight I would want to take, especially on a Thrifty.
Yeah. Well, they found the op.
Wow.
I was going to say, even if they know it's not Leaf's hands, they don't know where Jonah P is, but...
And look, instantly repositions. I'm telling you. This guy is actually sick with the op. He already thinks like an opera.
A reposition and a rotate from MIBR towards A.
Should be here for the hit.
And RGL hasn't used his wall.
Oh, he's thinking to B now. This is good for G2. But Viper Molly should delay this A hit.
They're going to try to get ahead of this. The problem is it's just Artzine who can dash forward. It's going to be a little bit more belabor coming out from the rest of his team. And now Valen playing on the other side of the wall. The Cove, to think that that's where he is, tried playing games. Ultimately still punished.
And that's just a risk that you don't need to take against bad guns, Doug.
Artzine continuing to push forward. 3 on the round for him. The Vandal still healthy. Dash proc. Jonah P on the swing. It doesn't land, but the ace potentially on the cards. Jonah P with an up.
And surely, even if Jonah P kills Artzine here, Mazin should close the round out.
Most likely. There it is. Jonah P
How
closing out
aware is
Artzine.
Jonah P? Mazin needs to just tuck behind this box and hide.
You can't expect him
Oh,
here.
there it is. Now this is very hard.
Yeah, you don't have the weaponry.
Oh my gosh, I thought for a second maybe Jonah B was gonna quick scope him.
It was close.
But you see the value he's getting with this op. And honestly, I think a little bit of an overheat from Valen. Like, he did not need to get that far ahead of his team. They've been doing so well with his utility on the retakes. He didn't have a flash to set him up or anything, right? So why give the fight? But regardless, beautiful kills from Artzine.
Enemy remains.
I mean, he quick scoped Artzine. He could have.
Yeah, he could have.
He could have.
Yep.
Like, even they're cheesing. They're like, oh, that was close.
And so we're tied again and right back into the action. The Viper's Pit invested B with the trip to cover it.
Perfect off angle here.
And this time it's Leaf with the op.
And I think he's going to stay this time.
The shuffling continues. There's no gate crash for him to get out with.
And when you're in this spot as an opper,
Shoulder.
Yep, exactly. That's exactly what happened is what I said, is what I was going to say. Now he's just able to reposition. Oh, wow.
Yeah, this
He's
is
just disrespecting it completely.
this is really aggressive.
But if I'm G2 and I've done my homework on this team, I've seen that MIBR loves to throw this little orb that splits the cam from B, right, and gets somebody in the nest. So I should be aware. And look, you have 2 people still holding on the nest right now.
Yeah, Leaf
from the
is,
likes of G2.
Leaf is staring at it with an op. You're right. Valen not too far off, understanding that
Yeah.
that may be a spot of weakness,
Welcome.
a gap in the armor, as the pit is traded on the opposite side of the map.
Look at this. They're gonna hard clear it as well.
I mean, they have to.
This is all prep.
Can he hold them back? Can the duelist? No, don't switch now.
Wow, Artsine gets both. I don't know how he got him.
Oh, he gets the third.
And he's heating up this map, Doug.
Net in a 1v3 that has just gotten a little bit more favorable. Ardzine with the blades gets the 4th.
He insted him, Doug. This guy's sharp right now. But you see the prep, G2 was aware.
Yeah,
that
they
this
knew.
guy is having a game like we've never seen before. Out of himself, at least.
14 and 7.
He's had enough. Taking things into his own hands.
See if we catch him here.
Oh, and a whiff too. Leaf could have actually killed him there.
But then the control to land the 3rd onto Trent
Yeah.
was impressive.
And honestly, Net was looking really snappy right there. It almost looked like he could have headshotted Artsine on that updraft.
A different wall now, and a much faster injection of pace from MIBR. You already have the Dark on back sight, the wall, the flash to clear that space out. Valen is here. He's got a stinger, but he's
That's a
instant. I
great
mean, he's
drill.
tagged. They know where he is.
And there's a trip behind him this time too. FRZ not dying early, so no flank should be able to come through. Wait,
Uh-oh.
did they just? How?
Uh-oh. I don't know how that happened.
What a fast trade. Do they expect the second?
One
What a
enemy
blunder,
remaining.
but no! The CT guys are going too early!
And just when it looked like there
Oh
was
my
a window
gosh.
and an opportunity for Net to make something happen, he was the
just-
last one standing.
And just maybe miscommunication or something.
Yeah, I want to see
But
how
if
that
I'm
happened.
Net, if I'm Net, I'm just screaming, no! Like, just wait, just wait. They don't expect a second. Just wait. But then you have a greater chance of the round. But honestly, RGL getting off the bomb that fast and flicking, that's no easy feat. I mean, that's a fast trade, dude. For the bomb planner, come on.
Yeah, that's impressive.
And that trip, we're probably never gonna see that again. I think FRZ is gonna fix that real fast. They should know that that is jumpable. That could have been crazy. Passive B setup here. And this should be good for the hold.
See that cam out from Net. The flash out back sight. Now you hear the Hunter's Fury through as well. Our team managing to avoid some of that tag. He's so far up though. And now the Reckoning invested. There's only one up.
But they don't have to commit here.
Yeah, they really don't. You've got the Harbor Wall now that you can keep him back with. Again, the oppressive utility usage from Valen proves to be a problem.
They're leaving him here too. FRZ staying. Maybe to call the team back or get a late lurk. But this Halls push, this is gonna get so much value.
Yup. And Jonah P's here as well. The knife only tagging one, and you're right.
Silent drops too. This is as fast as he can go, and Jonah P knows.
He gets one, not able to convert on the second, but Jonah P
Spike
does.
down A. 30 seconds left.
And once again, they're thrown into disarray with 30 seconds left. There's really not a ton of time. I don't know that he can make it back B.
If he wanted to, he would have had a knife out ASAP, but yeah, this should not go in favor for
No.
MIBR.
Spike down A. 10 seconds left.
We talked a lot about Valen and how his utility has been a problem, but you called that late lurk down halls. I mean, that secured everything.
And that's been the story of this half for G2's success is
Yeah.
just walking down halls in the mid round.
Last round
But
in the
I
half.
mean, success. I mean, we're talking about 5 rounds, but it's a pretty good half, right?
Yeah.
Artsine sitting at 16. Jonah P actually at the top for
Spike
G2.
down. One enemy remaining.
That was just so well played. by the defensive side.
Yeah, net is looking pretty crispy right now. I gotta keep mentioning that.
2 ults for the attack side. Last round of the half. A judge. Oh, he switched to a shorty. What is he up to? Uh-oh.
Is there a pause? I'm assuming he'll have a judge and a vandal, and maybe just finesse around with both. They have the economy to do so.
As soon as we figure out what's going on, we'll keep you all updated. Quick tech pause.
Yep. But we can talk about a little bit. We can talk a little bit about this round and what we might foresee. Right? You're also seeing again KO ult and Sova ult. We saw what happened last time when we had this. It was an A hit, right? And on the opposite side, G2, when they're playing against the KO ult, their protocol against KO ult is trips on B, Sova sitting there with a dart, and waiting for any audio cue to come out. He's gonna chuck it right away.
Right.
Same thing with Viper Molly. And then they're just gonna play off the trips together.
Yeah, because Cypher's nowhere near it. As far away as possible.
And then also, Net will be able to pop cages in the main choke so they can fight, you know, and not have to worry about 2-3 guys being in the back holding them. So simple protocol here. We've seen this already in this half. But let's see if MIBR decide to run into this trap setup. Let's also see if Leaf decides to get aggressive input with his ult again like he did last time.
You imagine he's going to want to use it here.
And look at this. As I was talking about the Halls pressure that G2 is putting on, this is the adaptation for MIBR. Trying to get up, get aggressive in that space. Probably tap the door and keep one here, I would assume.
Or tap the door and instead have Mazine pop his ult and then hard hit A. But Net is close by. Ult used, door opened.
Does Net take his timing?
He's already gotten out.
Gun here.
And they don't know. I mean, they haven't seen each other. They haven't seen each other. JCC falls, and there it is, finally. Net drops the duelist. But they managed, they managed to get the spike down. The flash was gorgeous. There was nothing really behind it. Now MIBR forced to take a step back. RGL with 2 spits.
Look at Net again.
Trying to do
they're aware this time, I think.
Yeah, they're trying to do what Valorant did, but keep an eye on FRZ. FRZ's also flanking behind them.
Not aware enough, apparently. Mollies need to come out now. They need to come out right now. They might just stick this.
There was the first.
They're
FRZ,
gonna stick it.
He's not getting any
There's no
targets.
time.
Yeah, there's nothing they can do to keep him back. A stuck defuse. RGL left with a spit in his hand, and
Switching sides.
it was tough to see. I didn't.
Oh my gosh. No time. So smart from G2 to just stick that defuse.
We'll take a look at it one more time.
What a crazy shot.
Yeah, there was so much pressure around door and around halls.
Wait, no, that was a round-winning shot, Doug, from Net.
And potentially a game-winning one, potentially a series-winning one. We're going to throw it down to the desk to break down that first half.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. And what a first half we were treated to. Ambry 6-6 tied up. But let's dive into some of the more granular details we were seeing there, because you guys were talking about the composition. I know that at first you weren't a fan of it, and then you saw the Harbor, and I think the Harbor has definitely paid off.
I mean, I think the comp with Yoru always is fine on
Yeah.
Breeze. I actually think it's pretty good. We've seen it quite a lot in the offseason, people developing that. So it's not really the Harbor. I was just kind of kidding around with that. But what I am seeing in this half is just constant post plants. And that is because of the amounts of util that they have on
many
G2
options
to retake with the Harbor wall and all that. I think they're doing a fantastic job actually reading the entire situation. But, I mean, these post plants are basically a coin flip. They're 50-50. You don't know who's going to win when you go into it, no matter who gets the pick. It's absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah, we're about to see a plant on every single round as the side swaps. I mean, G2's comp, their utility, it's so easy to get into the site, especially on Breeze. Get the plant out in the cove, and then you have the Molly Shock Dart combos for the post plant. I really want to see MIBR play a proactive defensive game. You're not going to be able to give Artson an op and have him actually find picks. There's just walls everywhere, right? Yeah. So I want to see Mazin and Artson proactive with that KO, sending flashes through walls, fighting wall. G2 are trying to get the spike down, having a recon coming in at the same time. Like, I want to see them force the issue when the spike is going down, because just struggle to believe they're going to win in post plants when G2 begin to cycle all their walls, all that util.
Yeah, I would say as well that Yoru is going to be really difficult to keep track of where Leaf is going on these hits.
Let's see how this pans out. This is it, folks. Do or die for G2 and MIBR. Let's send it back over to the casters.
A 6-6 score at halftime, and quite frankly, I wouldn't have it any other way. The series has been a banger from beginning to end, and it has all the makings of yet another classic finish.
Yeah, and I agree with the desk totally. This has been a 50-50 down to not even just post plants, down to fights, down to the maps. Like, it's so close.
And the rounds have come in bunches. You see it on the timeline. But now it's on G2 with this Yoru Harbor Viper comp
Yeah.
to test their mettle on the attack side. And you know they've got silly stuff cooked up.
Yeah, 100%. What you're going to see a lot from G2 is using this Harbor utility to feint mid-aggression, block off the info from the defenders, and it's all rechargeable. Well, some of it is, not all of it, but... Oh, great
That dart tagged on. You're right. Oh, it's tagging 2.
What a whiff.
He stays alive, but that's some info.
No way!
How does he get away with
He
that?
stays in challenges. Window?
Leaf trying to punish. Look at how weak they are.
Oh, he tastes blood in the water. He knows 2 people are that low. That's some confidence that we haven't seen from the likes of Leaf yet, I don't think.
Artzine and Mazine both so weak.
But he TP's out.
They've got
That's going to keep people there at B, Doug.
Yeah, I think you're right. They've got a trip here as well. Valen falls on the opposite side of the map.
Cutting through.
They just have so much space mid.
I mean, 2 people are 1 HP. This would be huge.
Leaf getting onto the first.
This is very doable.
It's very, very doable. You're right. What's the cue for MIBR to go? See that dart landing on, not tagging anyone. Trent swinging out.
The whiff.
Spotting a little bit of something though, and buying time. There it is, the first, the second, Trent with all 3! What a stand! What a hold!
That's Trent. He's online, Doug.
Vintage Trent has been this series for him, man.
I'm scared. I'm scared right now.
1 enemy remaining.
Poison's off.
The young superstar, all headshots.
Oh, he's feeling it now.
Yeah.
Remember,
Gets out of the chair.
at the end of Split, it was stoic. No reaction at all. Outlaw back. This time in the hands of Jonah P. No force from MIBR.
He will put in work with his gun. Mark my words.
We have had our fair share of thrifties, but this time there's not even a sheriff invested. It's just classics.
And look at how slow G2 is playing this map. All bases covered right now. Jiggling mid, holding the elbow push. Jonah P. Peeking into B a little bit here and there. This is very smart from MIBR to not do anything aggro, especially in an eco round.
Going
I
up.
think it's a little too obvious, right? Especially with the previous maps.
Yeah, they've known each other's tendencies. You're right.
Look, here comes the human clone, as I like to call it. Or the human drone, I mean. And he's going to find the craziest time.
Yeah, this is gonna be wild. Oh, both down. Tries to get the third, but he's double swung, but damage has been done.
Hey, good on him for getting both, because I feel like when I'm in those positions, like, I get the first and the second one, I'm like,
And I think that the best part about what we just saw is that Ned can go on a solo mission. He just had a ghost, right? You're not giving up a rifle. You're not giving up any advantage.
Last player standing.
Nice shot.
You mentioned it.
Yeah, this gun is so strong in the right hands, especially going into the gun round.
Yeah, if you can carry it through, it's massive.
And I honestly think that's why you see MIBR not investing anything into this round. I think they all want to have the full armor going into next. Oh. Couple warning shots after too, huh?
Ever the showman has become Trent.
Yeah.
Yeah, take a look at this timing one more time, man. 3 kills.
Oh, Trent is feeling it.
Yep.
He's actually feeling it right now.
All right, but now MIBR are able to punch back. Now they have guns, they have armor, they have util.
Yeah. Just a nice standard setup here from MIBR. And for G2, everyone leaning towards this B side of the map. Looking very much like Pistol when the hit actually came through.
It really is.
Same wall.
The gate crash back sight. He takes it. Trip to make sure there's nobody back there, and he can take some space on his own. But that trip, oh my gosh, the flash. He's still in it. The flash was great. He does ultimately fall. FRZ not around for much longer. G2 finds space on the side again. There is one thing that still has to be cleared, and that's JZZ. Patient with his approach. Keep an eye on that gate crash. It's gone behind enemy lines.
Are they gonna flood before the bomb gets down?
At that point, it's too far away for a fake teleport, so you're just gonna stick with it. Trent here. The attempt at a challenge backside from our team does not find success. And now a jump spot, the spam out. Mazine dropping the first. Can he find the second? 42 HP on the Outlaw, and it's not gonna rattle off another shot. Net in a 1v3. In a decent position for it. Oh, first couple of bullets go wide. The dink is not enough.
Okay. Okay.
Given how the series has gone, we
Yeah.
shouldn't expect any team to pull away. We should expect this to stay close.
That's fact. Net had the craziest kill from window onto the guy backside B. I don't know who it was. I think it was his counterpart, maybe FRZ, potentially. But he killed him with a bulldog from window. Like, look at this. Oh, I didn't realize he was tagged. Still.
Filthy shot.
Right place, right time, right? And something I want to say is MIBR, instead of taking their time how they have been, right? Especially on split, how you saw them in the retake positions, spending so much time setting up the retake, they just go straight for it this time as soon as the bomb drops. So a change of pace on the retake, and that might be the deciding factor of these 50-50s we've been seeing so much. A lot of util here towards A, looking like an A hit from G2. But 3 people here, Dart gets broken.
Oh my gosh, and RGL gets destroyed. But they continue to trade. Mazine pushing into the pit, pushing into Trent's crosshair.
Round over.
And pushing himself into the next round. You're right.
Simple breeze A hit. Get Viper ult down on the left side. And, you know, it's actually funny. While Net is getting these exit kills, it looks like he's gonna get both. Oh, JZZ too good.
Was that your first caster curse? I think that might have been your very first one.
But what I wanted to say was, I actually had a talk with Net after one of their off-season games where they were actually Viper ulting the right side of the A site.
Yeah.
And I DM'd him, I was like, yo, why are you guys investing this ult on the right side when if you do the left, the retake is so much harder for the enemy team? And it's nice. It's just nice seeing them make that adaptation here.
There you go.
When it truly matters.
And you saw how effortless it looked.
Yeah.
So G2 off of that clean hit, get a 2-round lead. They carry a couple weapons into the next round. There's money for days.
Beautiful entry from Leaf here. And this is why this ult is so good. Give them that right side.
Yeah.
Who cares? We could play the bomb. We could play post plant. Control the angles where they can creep up closer to you, right? And potentially get an upset peak.
G2 up with 3 of the last 4. JZZ, the one with the hero rifle. Even though it's been Ardzine who's been playing the hot hand.
Okay, G2 finds out that KO is playing towards the B site. That causes them to take aggression in this Halls area and cut noise.
You wonder here too, they don't know who was on the other side of the cascade, but they heard 3 sets of footsteps because of the Oru clone.
Gosh.
Valen falls, how much attention do they pay to that? JCC getting tagged.
And with some of these fights, like I feel like it should go the way of G2, like Valen. I feel like he has the advantage there, but JZZ just so on point. Gets the insta headshot.
Oh, he just silent jumped over that.
Oh my gosh.
And the cam is cleared. Now they know that someone's up. RGL having to dance around this drone, or dart, excuse me, and then drop a spit to protect himself. JCZ's timing gorgeous. Remember, he's the only one who had a rifle. And now it's a 4v3. Blades online for our team as well. He's going to be showing up a little bit late.
He has updraft.
Yeah, he's going to be able to get over that trip. You're right.
Uh-oh.
Hunter sure used.
30
Ned,
seconds left.
a dead man walking.
Jonah P needs to go huge here.
Down A.
Can he do it? 70 HP. Trent joining in, but the clock is ticking. The walls are closing in. You feel the pressure
Remaining.
as our team strikes.
Thrifty.
Another thrifty. And 4 on the round for the guy who had the hero rifle.
This is not real. Can we get a thrifty counter? Can we get a stat?
Yeah, we've had a lot.
Can we get a stat of the thrifties this series? Like, this is nuts. And like, honestly, just off of all JZZ, like, he's so gifted. He wants to win so bad, and you could see it in his gameplay. He created all the space, all the plays for his team there. Even getting utility kills. Sobal kill. There's been 5 thrifties in this series.
That's wild. It feels like there have been 500.
And it's not like, you know, it's not like the teams that are getting thrifted are trying to. They're actually trying their best not to get thrifted.
Yeah, they're not playing it arrogantly. You're right.
It's just the mechanical prowess of both these teams being able to have like star players just show up at the right time and not be afraid to take those timings. This would be insane if MIBR starts stringing rounds back together again, dude, off of a thrifty, man.
Oh, and what's crazy is on this map alone, we've had 3 of them. No wonder it seems like there have been so many.
And this map, just the nature of it, there's a lot of places you can lurk at. There's a lot of aim dueling, so it is no surprise that there is more thrifties on a map like this than others.
Sure.
Because of how open it is and the type of gunfights that there are. A lot of long-range gunfights, a lot of close quarters combat as well at the same time when you get down to the sites.
And so the heat continues to rise on the situation. G2 with 1 round lead. We're getting closer and closer to the end of the series. And with it, the pressure only gets heavier. Yeah, I'd be worried too.
I'm waiting for the day we see somebody actually try the
me
fake
too.
Yoru clone.
Me too.
And I hope it ends in disaster for that person, because I don't want to see that in rank.
Right here.
Jonah P with the drone trying to get some info B. Meanwhile, they have a harbor wall that's gone A. And it looks like it's just noise. Drawing out any utility they may, or draw out some rotations, but MIBR patient.
Cage triggered.
The Yoru ult confirming that's where the hit is headed. They've already gotten backside, and it's all info for him. He flashes, he stays. 85 HP, dealing with the fight backside. And Trent's there to save the day.
And I was going to say, Trent needs to go huge here. And he does.
Boy, did he. Is this the moment where we finally get some separation in this series? Is this when G2 can pull away?
I think G2 is going to need to win this next round or even hunt for both of these guns because economy is still looking decent for MIBR.
Yeah.
They should have a full buy going into this next round, especially if both these guns are saved. If not, though, FRZ will be stuck with probably a Stinger and who knows how many trips, or a Classic, who knows.
The tough thing is about hunting on this map is that there are so many places for people to hide.
Yeah.
Oh, they found where one of them is.
Uh-oh. He's gonna get taken out here.
He's so close. They're still hunting, but they've gotten together.
Better run, brother.
Is the spam gonna land?
That's when they're weak.
And so the narrowest of margins keep our team with the op into the next round. This fight backside was insane.
All off of that Yoru ult from Leaf.
Yeah.
Doesn't even have to shoot people. Just his presence alone and the info that he gathers gives Trent enough time to actually peek into spawn, make sure his back is clear before killing the people on site.
I think he did such a good job of instilling chaos with his flashes too.
Yep, exactly.
Just caused so many problems for our team with the op. Aggressive!
Wow!
Lands onto Leaf.
And like, he's so known for this first shot that he takes.
Yeah.
He always hits that flick, it seems like, but he always stays for too long.
This time sticking around. Harbor Utility once again A.
I want to see him move. I want to see him rotate this op. Show another spot. Especially when we're droning down mid like that. I would have loved to see Artson take that mid space. He probably would have caught Trent right here. Look, Trent just walking up for free. Could have gotten ahead of the smoke potentially.
And I think they just heard Mazine jump spotting.
Oh, Trent.
Oh, he's tucked. They know the op is still here, but I think the question is, did it rotate? Given how much time has elapsed, given how silent it's been, did it rotate?
They have the drone for it.
And the Cove,
Great
patience.
Cove on top of it. Oh, he's gonna grab Harbor ult.
I suggest you move.
The Reckoning. I recommend timing again. He's gotten ahead of it.
Oh,
there it is. Trent falls. Artsy trying to dash around the pulses of the ult. Staying alive for now. Neural theft online. JCZ from up top. Does he drop?
Oh my gosh.
It's Artsy who does. He's still around them. He still hasn't given his position away. He's still trying to hold the site by himself.
It's just chaos everywhere.
RGL falls. Do they know that JCZ is there? Net falls now. Given away. A 1v2, 13 seconds left. They've got to move forward. JCZ gets all three. Again.
What a superstar. Bailing his team out time and time again.
Dude, he was there for so long.
It was pure chaos, and it just seemed like G2 had such a control of the situation. They understood the op was still there. They cove to grab the Harbor ult. But amongst all the chaos, he's just free.
Oh, and that's cold. A wave across the stage.
I mean, that's basically a thrifty, no? Come on, man.
Still the one-round lead for G2. The buy not great. Dealing with some of those trips, the camp spotting a lot, the spam not connecting. A little bit of damage done, but that's all it is for now. Just a threat of what could potentially be on the other side.
Now, I touched earlier on how MIBR was speeding up their retakes, but this time giving a little bit too much time, I think.
Netzel has a rifle. Are we due for another thrifty?
We've seen time and time again that when G2 has the setup for the post plant, they tend to win it.
Artine with the flash, peeking backside and dropping two.
Whoa.
But they still have those two rifles. Never mind, it's just one now as the other one harmlessly hits the ground. To the surprise of nobody, we're tied again.
This is such a pleasure to watch. Both teams just giving it their all.
I mentioned this yesterday.
Fighting fire with fire.
I mentioned this yesterday. This tournament format demands excellence. And when you've got backs against the ropes, nothing is hidden, nothing is saved. And so the dance continues, a tit for tat these last couple of rounds. Just when we thought it was G2 who was going to create some separation, MIBR refusing to relent.
And when are we going to see the next corner step in, Doug? When is that timeout going to come?
Here.
Perhaps this next round for either way.
Depending on how it goes, Artine has the op. Now note, there was a dart that tagged a little bit. The flash to swing out.
What a change of pace.
And Leaf was a little late to it. He tried TPing to help take the fight. The op shot lands for Artine. Leaf is still there, the second not connecting. Cloudburst to provide some cover as he repositions.
That flick looks so close. That was almost right on target.
It was. Numbers MIBR. Op still in the hands of the duelist. Still trained.
G2 knows.
Oh, I thought he was going to peek ahead of it. He doesn't have a dash or anything like that, so he can't play it as aggressively as he would normally. Tag just a bit.
Bomb will be going down here.
Spike planted.
Do they play their posts? Ooh. Trent has ult and a shock. If Trent can get away to safety, there's a shot at this.
Right here.
Or Jonah P, excuse me.
Oh, it's so smart from FRZ, but I feel like
Yeah.
again, maybe taking a little bit too much time. That shock dart is perfect.
Oh, that's
Trying to create chaos for Leaf.
And he finds some success. But there's the pace, there's the flank from FRZ! And they all fall!
What a change of pace from MIBR on this round, deciding to go aggro at the A. This is what we saw on Sunset. That's why they took the game away from G2's hands. And speaking of corners, looks like
Timeout called.
timeout has been called.
Gosh, that shot on Trent was gross. Almost hits
close.
the second too.
That was so close, man.
And I think they did a really good job of, like you were saying, trying to instill chaos and trying to create some disruption for Leaf to move, but just wasn't enough. That late lurk from FRZ proved to be the difference maker.
Too tough of an ask in that 3v4. Oh, man.
Now, this is G2's final timeout. MIBR still has one left, so we'll see how the rest of the half plays out. But a one-round lead for MIBR.
And I definitely feel like G2 is aware that Artzine has not really been that mobile with the operator. Where he shows is where he stays in the round.
That's true.
And I like that they are trying to hit his site, because you can overwhelm an opper very well, but he's been doing a really good job of just staying alive and creating his own little chaos with his jet smokes and even just pop shots that he's been shooting here and there.
He still has that up. Blades is back up if need be. We'll see how things pan out. RGL with the pit. G2 staring at a deficit.
I wonder right now, if I'm MIBR, am I investing my Viper pit onto this A main area? But it doesn't look like he will.
No, he's too far back.
Instead, of aggressive updraft in mid.
Oh my gosh!
Are you kidding?
That wasn't off the dart.
And who was it against? It was against Trent, who's been so crucial for G2.
That's cold.
Yo, this kid is really awakened.
Advantage MIBR. You got a cascade that's headed towards A to try to throw in a little misdirection. But the spike and everyone that's left on G2 is turning their attention towards B.
The problem is that cascade still shows that everyone's leaning towards the B side of the map. And I think that's why now you see G2 bringing it back. They understand they need to at least sell the A pressure a little bit more to keep 3 people here.
I think the one benefit is they did get the drone out from JZC. He had to use it to clear out halls.
Yeah, but they don't know that. That's the one problem, right? G2 they didn't have anybody in that vicinity. They don't know that he doesn't have drone. They're not aware that he cleared halls. And it looks like this fake.
Just a little bit more, a little bit of doubling down.
It will keep 3 people here. No, but the dart clears out everything. And they understand.
The cascade and the fake TP, they don't bite on it. Artzine getting another with the blades.
He's one-tapping everybody.
And G2 again, they've been thrown into the wind, having to reposition, having to dig deeper. Plan B, plan C. And with 13 seconds left, there's really no time to reconsider now. They've got to get out onto the side, and RGL holds the line again.
Match point, Doug. Match point. With some crazy shots from Artisan. Look at this. Oh my gosh. This is unbelievable. The crazy jet. 2 one-taps with the jet knives.
10 seconds left.
We've been waiting for this. We've been waiting for a performance like this from Artisan. Finally delivering. We've seen how aggressive he can be, but always getting punished after getting 1 or 2. He's so dialed in, he almost off the jump spot, Doug.
And so, I've just been told that regardless of how this shakes out, because of tiebreaker rules, MIBR is done with their tournament run.
Oh my gosh.
Regardless of how things shake out. Oh, what a turn
That
of
is
events.
so sad. One map being the difference here.
The round differential is just so great that it doesn't matter. You can't imagine that they know that in this situation, they're going to continue to fight their damnedest, try to continue to pop off.
Exactly where you are.
And it unfortunately will not be a victor's cheer at the end of this.
30 seconds left.
What a tragic end to an otherwise ridiculous series.
They played so well.
But it was just too little too late. And so G2 will walk away with this in a drastic turn of events. Again, the tiebreaker rules prove to be the difference maker.